Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are replacing an engine on a 2008 Honda CR-V. By the way, we are replacing this engine because there was no compression in cylinder number 1 due to a burnt exhaust valve. Luckily, we were able to source a good used engine and install it for this customer. For your information, this is not a step-by-step guide on how to replace this engine. I just want to put this video out there so you get an idea of how this job is gonna be. Alright, first of all, we started removing the battery and the intake. Got the battery tray removed too. As you can see, we have the rat support removed because we will be removing the radiator. Now disconnecting some hoses and wiring harness on the engine side. Now we got the radiator fans and the hoses removed. It's time to pull the radiator out. This is how the engine bay looks like after we pull all the components out. As you can see, we disconnected all the wirings and moved it to the side. We still need to remove that torque converter bolts so we can separate the transmission from the engine. Since we are removing the AC compressor, we did recover the Freon. These are some plugs that were connected behind the engine. To have a better access to the engine, we did remove the windshield cowl with the lower plate. Now we are removing the two bolts holding the exhaust front pipe to the manifold. Now we are separating the ball joint from the control arm because we will be removing the passenger side axle. Now draining the engine oil, and it's not looking that good. As you can see, now we have the axle removed. And also we had to use some heat to remove that exhaust bolt. We removed all the bell housing bolts except the ones at the top. We did remove this bottom engine mount held on by 3 bolts. Alright, here's the plan guys. Since there's no mount to hold the transmission when we pull the engine, I will be using this tie down strap to secure the transmission at the subframe. I know this looks sketchy, but I have seen someone do it this way and it worked. Now we have the seat belt tied to the engine and we are almost ready to pull. I think we used a 12mm bolt over there and tied the belt to that. When we are hooked up to the engine hoist, we will be removing this side mount as well. Now we are setting up the engine hoist because we are almost ready to pull it out. Now I'm removing the last two bell housing bolts holding the engine and transmission together. We already removed the side engine mount, now using a pry bar to separate the engine from the transmission. Just like that, we have successfully removed our old engine. Since our replacement engine is from Japan, there was some parts we had to transfer from our old engine. For an example, this VTEC valve was missing a switch, so we had to transfer the whole assembly from the old engine. After transferring it over, we are ready to drop this engine in. Before dropping this engine, I had to get in there and make sure the torque converter is still in place. Off camera, we have lined up the transmission and installed all the bell housing bolts. Now I'm just installing the engine side mount. After that, we pretty much put back everything together. It's always a good idea to check the spark plugs. This seems to be fine. We pretty much replaced all the fluids under the hood. When we thought everything gonna be okay, we ran into another issue.
Ready.
Yeah, the engine cranks, but it wouldn't start. It almost sounds like a fuel delivery issue. So I tested the fuel injector's power and ground, and it was good. Then I sprayed a little bit of starting fluid into the intake, and the engine started. Since the engine starts with the starting fluid, there's only one thing that can possibly go wrong. It's the fuel injectors. When they store these used engines for a long time, the fuel inside the injectors gets gummed up and clogs the injectors from spraying any fuel. Like this, the engine definitely will not run. So I swapped the fuel injectors with our blown engine. Now I got the injectors swapped out. Let's see if it starts.
Okay. Yeah? Yeah.
Just like that, we got the engine started, and then we topped up all the fluids again. We took it on a road test and everything went very well. Thank you guys for watching. If you find this video helpful, please leave a like and consider subscribing to my channel.